of 10, Group B. (2022) Hot 6 GSL Season 3.
Welcome back, everybody. Dude, what a hell of a series, man.
Yeah.
It was one of the funnest best of threes. And again, Maru just able to will it out there. I mean, getting those Marines in there, just barely getting enough kills on the SCVs. I guess the thing is that ByuN, he had these tanks that stopped Maru from getting his second base back, but he didn't have a way to get inside of the base and finish the job off. And so Maru having those Marines, he comes in there, kills off an FSCVs, and ends up somehow getting a victory where literally only a minute ago from that moment, we were saying that it looked like ByuN was going to take it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely did look that way. But Maru able to fight back with his Marines. Amazingly done. You got to hand it to him. I feel like the -1 score for ByuN here does not do justice. I feel like they should both get +1, you know? Like, I think that feels more fair to me.
Yeah.
ByuN's score right now is emotionally untrue.
That's right. It's
he's conceptually at +1.
I got to say, man, I'm so delighted by that series.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough to top as well, guys, to be honest.
This could be a good one, though.
Yeah.
I think it'll be our longest match of the night.
Oh, I think you're right about that, Ro.10. TVZ's been a long one lately. Here, DRG, I feel like these guys are fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe, I mean, DRG is actually very, very good CBT. I really do like his CBT. But Kier is in quite good shape, right? Won his GSL not too long ago. DRG still looking for that comeback victory.
And, let's remember DRG this season looking very, very good. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, how far he can go. Of course, Duke did have that incredible victory over Rainer, kind of, to I'm sure, the sadness of everybody who watches our show.
Yeah.
I was surprised, too, guys. I'm like, oh, Rainer gets out immediately? Okay. This is... that was not in the script. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I think it's probably going to go to game 3. I don't know if there really is a favorite here.
I just thought of this, though.
Yeah.
Rainer was probably the youngest player in GSL this season. I don't know that for sure, but probably.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. And then DRG is the oldest player in GSL.
Oh, how funny.
Isn't that interesting?
Day to see, guys, from map 1. Let's go. Oh. Why does this keep happening today?
Well, it's data C. This is a great map to do this on.
Sure.
Because this is the map where it's like just too long. You know, where it's like
this is the best Zerg map for Terran, I think.
Yeah. It looks really, really hard. I do like Gumiho's approach of like just skipping going by on a map like this, right? Okay, Proxy's a barracks there.
I'm sorry, is it 2 SCVs or 3?
He does have 2, but they went like different directions, kind of. No, I guess he does actually follow it up. Never mind.
And it is hatchery first. And what's with the third?
I think it's just for a third barracks.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know normally the third is for the third barracks, but I like that he puts it further away. So if you see this, you actually think it's a different rush than it is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually some big brain play.
Yeah, 2 racks is not really all that all in. Like, we definitely see macro games just come right out of a 2 racks.
Already, this is a metric ton of brain.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Would you like some brain with your brain?
Yes, very much.
Side of brain.
Yeah, those first 2 barracks have his big brain.
Yeah.
And then that little back barracks, it has his Brontosaurus tail brain.
You know what that? You know, it's the first 2 barracks are the big brain, and then the third barracks is the little alien head that pops out of the big brain, and that's that thing's brain.
Okay.
So
maybe the little barracks is the big brain, and then the 2 barracks are those 2 are the cell phone in the pocket.
Okay, the drones come out, force a cancel.
Okay, good force cancel to start.
The Overlord's actually tanking some shots. I think that's actually not ideal here. You'd want to be hitting drones this whole time.
All right, comes back up. Yeah, throws down one bunk. Well, only one bunker gets started, so that's something at least.
Drones coming out.
Oh, here come the Lings. Oh my God, the micro really good here from Kier.
Oh, Kier, I think he's done it. This is so much more damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of drones falling right now, and with 3 barracks follow-up,
oh my God,
I don't think this is going to get much better.
SCV goes down, so no repair.
But we don't have like a spine or anything here either.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good
now
point.
It's just like queen defense. And against 3 racks, okay, he's trying to go after it.
Dude, great micro from Cure, just runs back. Dude, GG, Cure takes it.
Well,
big brains.
DRG, wow.
Omega brain, dude.
Omega brain.
Yeah.
He's straight up, he's one of Krang's people.
He's one of Krang's people. He's Mother Brain from Metroid.
Who isn't, by the way, one of Krang's people, but yeah.
No.
Mother Brain is a big brain, too.
I'm getting out there with all my different brain ideas.
Yeah,
Do we have anybody else with brains? Mars Attacks, alien brains. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Remember that movie Coneheads?
Yeah.
They probably have pretty big brains in that big
at least tall brains, for sure.
Tall brains, yeah. And then you got, like, you know, Alien from the Alien movies?
Yeah.
Long brains.
Long brain. Yeah, now we're talking. Long brains.
Yeah. Blue whale brains taste. Those blue whales have the biggest brains. It's funny that we're actually talking about how brainy it is to like just make 3 racks on the side and kill
it wasn't just 3 racks, Artos. It was 2 racks, 1 place, and then 1 rack somewhere else.
He's just a genius.
He's a genius.
It's the most genius play we've ever
somewhere
seen.
between Michelangelo and Mozart.
It's 3 proxy racks. There's nothing genius about it.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
It's just so funny.
Team NV, DRG.
It rhymes.
You know, octopuses can fold their brains.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be any kind of rush this time.
Command center first, even.
Dude, he is the wrinkliest brain.
It's
crazy.
Brain.
I love this.
His brain looks like it's a raisin.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's been, you know.
If you smoothed out the wrinkles in his brain, it would go from here to the moon.
Guy in the chat from Seattle.
Look at that shirt. All right.
Very nice. So,
sorry if I banned you or yelled at you in the past. Welcome to GSL.
So, we had this build thrown into the mix quite a bit in the round of 20. And a lot of the Terran players refer to it as the overpowered build.
The Zerg players or the Terran players?
The Terran players would throw this in, yeah.
Wow.
And so...
and they referred to it, though.
The Terrans referred to it as the OP build.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Self-awareness.
Yeah.
That's like, that's new. I'm like, oh my God, are the Terran players finally sentient?
So, we actually saw this trend in ASL, which is the StarCraft one, like the sister tournament to the GSL. But there was this period where people started just going command center first to kind of mix it in, and it's like, if you don't catch they're doing it, it's like the exact opposite of what we had in that first game, like a rush that's made to end it. It's like an economic cheese. You're just being so greedy, and you get to get all your stuff out faster. And so it's really good in a series like this, right? I mean, he's already shown that he's willing to be super aggro and all in that first game, and then this game he's going to just blindly go command center first. And we were talking about this in ASL, where like, I wonder why we don't see this in GSL that often, you know?
Yeah. Well, it certainly seems like it is gaining a lot of popularity.
Yeah.
And I think it will stay popular too. It doesn't feel like there's like a great counter to it right now.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, it seems like if there's a counter to it that Zerg can do, if the Terran doesn't do this, the Zerg's just not in a good spot anyways.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So it's tough.
That's sometimes the rough way of StarCraft 2, I think, where it's like someone does, or StarCraft in general, but I think more in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
Whatever you find out that they're doing, unless you're already doing something that can counter it,
yeah,
you can't just change and counter what they're doing. It's too slow.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's because the game accelerates much faster than
moves
Warcraft
so
3 or StarCraft 1.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to adjust.
You're kind of already almost in what a StarCraft 1 mid-game looks like. You're already there in the first couple of minutes of a StarCraft 2 game because you get more workers. And things just move very quickly in the game.
Cloak Banshee Hellion being made here from Kier.
So the other thing about the quick command center build is there are a lot of different builds that can come from this. And so this one is going to be, like Artosa said, Cloak Banshee. I think the strongest versions of this on this map have been where they stayed heavy on 2-base.
Yeah.
They just really tried to come out and take a fight, but we have seen iterations of it.
This is
where they get a third command center.
Yeah, this is a very teched out one. I have like the double command center, the third command center with double eBay very quickly, like the unbelievable greed, like I am going to attack you non-stop in a minute here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very teched out version. And the Overlord does see that it's Cloak, so he starts 3 spores immediately. So that was like a perfectly timed scout that really gave him a lot of important intel.
And you can use the Banshees a lot like we see Oracles used with Stalkers against Zerg, where you just sort of have them kind of stay over the army and take fights and do additional damage.
Oh yeah, they've got great DPS.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, tasteless.
Oh, tasteless.
Tasteless.
Tasteless, I love it when you say something right. I can agree with you.
Tasteless. Dad, your friends are here. So, let's see what he can do with this.
I love these boxes that are just on fire forever.
Yeah. It's great. This map with burning garbage.
Yeah. There's all that lava down there too. Yeah, it looks like a cold map in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like got all these blue leaves. It's like the Avatar homeworld or something.
Yeah, only now it's turned into a landfill.
Well, this is after we mined out all the unobtainium.
Yeah.
So you start sending your trash.
Yeah. Okay, so he's doing a decent amount of damage up here, killing 3 drones. He could get the extractor. It's kind of a surprising kill, but I guess why not?
You don't have anything else to do?
It would have been better to take the spawning pool.
Huh. I think you might not get the spawning pool.
Actually, I don't even know what the hit point difference is from spawning pool to extractor.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, but spawning pool has a lot more.
So, behind all this, he's just powering up. He's getting ready for a big attack to come out here. And, I mean, this is going to be very tough for DRG. DRG's already in a very tricky spot. Now, I like this. He's going to expand to the very top left. I think the Zergs that died in the push expanded just below the main. So kind of near the top right, that base there. But here's the other thing, is if Cure identifies this, he could just push up to that top left base and force a cancel. There's no creep over there.
He might do that right now. It looks like he's going in that direction already anyways. 1-1 is about halfway done here for the Roaches. It'll be interesting to see. I think that DRG is just going to max out on Roach Ravager doing these pushes towards the third, perhaps, but he might, you know, Kier's going to have a lot of units with him.
Oh, dude, these Ravager shots are so good!
Oh my god, you're very right about that. He kills both of the siege tanks.
That was a really bad setup there for Kier.
Yeah, that is not what he was looking for. Well, the 1-1 going to be finishing up. The Cloak Banshee's kind of off, not really doing too much at the moment. Going to kill a little bit that's walking between these bases. It's nice. Just have to fly out of there, though. Third base is up and running here for Kier. Infestation Pit and Baneling Nest coming for DRG. And he's actually still droning, so he just utilized the Roach Ravager there in a defensive manner. Didn't really, you know, a lot of times when we see those, that 1-1 upgrade come up for Roaches, a lot of times that does turn into a maxed out timing attack, but instead decides to play more of a macro-centric game here, starts melee and +2 carapace. It's quite likely from here he'll go into Ultra. I feel like that's normally what we see from this type of position. Baneling speed on the way.
So I really want to go back to those 2 tanks getting sniped, because honestly, that was probably the most important thing that's happened in this game. And had he not wedged the tanks up on that side, you know, that 4th base might be gone. But by the way, huge drop over here.
Yeah.
This is like so much damage.
He's eliminating these roaches so quickly right now. Gonna lift up and go out as the reinforcements do come. Banshee's still looking for damage, but I don't think they're gonna find any here. Oh, just barely gets out of there.
Well, the powering is going to continue onwards here. When you have this many Roach Ravager, you do eventually have to try to engage with it, engage the Terran with it. It's not something you can really sit on for very long. It's still Zerg on 4 bases, and you know, one thing that we also got to explore a little bit of on the map, on this map in the round of 20, was that there aren't that many places for Zerg to go to, like the previous map as an example.
Yeah, I guess you're quite right. We were talking about that the other day, where like 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, those are pretty far out there. A little bit hard to end up taking those. Now Hive has done some Vipers on the way, as well as that Adrenal. And Cure, yeah, dragging him back into some tank fire, not too bad. This little harassment force, not going to do much. I do want to see if he's going to throw down that Ultralisk Cavern I was talking about before, because we haven't actually seen any tech buildings here for the Hive. Like no Lurker Den for those upgrades, no, you know, no Ultralisk Cavern as of yet. Of course, no Spire has been made, so we can't have a Greater Spire or anything like that. Not that you would want that here.
Okay, he's going to send this one set of Medivacs up here. One Medivac is like the Fall Man Medivac.
Yeah, it's got one Marine in it.
Yeah. But he's really going to be trying to push the top left. So he's trying to really pull the Zerg apart. Now keep in mind that it's Roach Ravager, so you don't really get punished if you have to pick up. It's not like Bulisks can chase you and kill you.
Yeah.
So he can like wait for another opportunity and jump in there again.
Yeah. The Ultralisk Cavern is about to finish here. But what I would like to see, because what DRG is doing actually kind of reminds me a little bit of how Dark sometimes plays this matchup. And the big issue is if you don't get the Spire at a good time. Like, you can see a lot go wrong. Now, ooh, those are some great blinding clouds. Look at that, 4 siege tanks picked off just about for free. Beautifully done there from DRG.
Yeah, Terran gonna have to pull way back over here. Can he get the SCVs?
Oh, I think so. The Baneling's coming in from the side there.
Yeah, gets a little bit over a dozen.
Some good connections onto the army as well. Biles go down and mostly hit DRG's army.
He's gonna lose that command center.
Yeah, he might. A few more Biles and he could get it. He actually doesn't send the Biles onto the command center, so the command center might end up living. We'll see.
Well, let's see how this fight goes over here.
Well, that Bio is going to race these Roaches, but more Lings coming down to help out.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
It's looking worse and worse here for Kira. I think we're going to go to a game 3, man.
For sure. This game is pretty done, I would say.
Well, I think especially when Zerg just gets a few of these Ultralisks out and then just targets either the natural or the 6 o'clock spot.
Well, the Ultras are going to add so much tankiness to his army.
Yeah. Like
Lingbane Ultra at this point. And it's going to be 3 carapace, 2 melee. That's insane upgrades, man. With your chitinous.
Now, Terran's going to try to push it again. Not going to have much success on the ground. Not any real way to try to drop in here. Oh, maybe he'll get a cancel on that. Okay, not bad. A little bit of lost money there. But as the Zerg has these last few Banes and Zerglings hatch, he should just have like this wrecking ball that's going to roll right through here and probably kill everything off.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting for that +3 carapace. It's just about to finish.
Here we go. Damn, DRG coming through now. There's a big counterattack here.
This opened up with the command center first as well.
Yeah, but I think he messed the push up when he lost the tanks. You can't do that.
Yeah.
The tanks would allow you to get the extra damage out.
Yeah. They need to help you grind down that Roach Ravager.
Yeah.
Make it hard for it to engage, but when he gets them basically for free there with Biles, definitely not the right thing.
Yeah, and this is just too much. Now, there is a smaller Terran army that's coming through now, but I just can't. Yeah, there it is, GG. I can't imagine over time that army doing the same kind of damage that Zerg's doing to the Terran. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's great when you get your build off, but you got to make sure you execute your attack with it. And I think seeing those 2 tanks instant get killed by the Ravager Biles,
yeah,
that is the dream.
It was definitely an important moment.
That is the dream for sure.
Yeah, like it was a teched out command center first build, so you needed your tech to do something for you. And I mean, when you're losing 2 tanks there, when you're trying to push the 4th base that doesn't have creep on it because they're too close to the wall and Biles hit them instantly, that's rough. But great capitalization by DRG to be able to do that. He macroed really fantastically. It was a very well laid out strategy as well. I like the switch into melee, getting up into those ultras as well. Very robust play.
Well, I don't know who's going to take this now. I'm actually most interested in seeing what opening Cure is going to use here. He's gone from pure greed to an impure cheese. What does he have in store for us on the map Waterfall? Let's find out now.
I can do this all day. Believe me when you hear me say I can do this all day. There's nothing that I cannot.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Cure. Team NV. DRG.
And it's going to be hatch first here for the Zerg, and it looks like it's going to be that command center first build here for the Terran.
Yeah. Most certainly it is. And
we just don't know what iteration of the command center first build it's going to be. And for Zerg, I mean, we're way too far out to really know what the Zerg's plans are.
Honestly, I want to see a more biocentric version, like
Me
a double
too.
eBay version.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the map Waterfall, right? Feels a little bit more close together.
Yeah.
Like after Zerg takes 4 bases, you're really in the center for more bases.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're like really piling on the units and just kind of denying those, I think that's going to work out well for Cure.
Let's also keep in mind that, you know, most Zergs are probably aware they don't want to be in a really long game on a map like this. So they may, the Zerg could very well elect to like do something to try to not make the game long, you know?
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess if you're going to go for a longer game, I would like to see it be like a lurker-based game.
Okay.
Like go maybe Lingbane Hydra into Lurker Viper type thing. Because then even if you're on lower bases, you can kind of grind your way back in. Other than that, actually, the type of play that DRG used last game, I think, is not too bad, right? 1-1 Roach Ravager into the Lingbane, into the Ultras.
Sure.
I think that's a reasonable approach. But, you know, if it is a more bio-heavy with the quick upgrade Command Center first build, I could see that holding the very first push being a lot harder than what we saw last game.
So we've got 4 links coming up now, and we have 1 Marine out. So, you know, we can't have any SCVs on the low ground here and keep them safe. And so he's going to insta-lift this up, try to do a little bit of damage. Maybe go for that SCV. The SCV is going to be used to scout. And the Lings are going to chase that down here. Starport started. Tech Lab added here as well, and Hellions are being produced
Exactly
in
the
pairs.
same as last game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I've already talked about it too much, but, you know, you do these 2-base builds, just make sure you actually have your tanks somewhere they can't just get them. And you should be able to, over time, do a lot of damage.
Oh! Concussive.
Oh.
Yeah, bit different here.
Okay.
Is this going to turn into Hellbat?
Oh, well, we need an armory for that.
Yeah.
But that could come in a little bit here. Yeah, I guess you could just do a Marauder, a Hellbat rush. Now, when we cast it, it always loses, but
yeah,
I've seen it work elsewhere.
Oh, Fusion Core.
Oh my God.
This is very weird. This is a very weird build.
I wonder if this is a little bit inspired.
Dude, okay, so Marauders with Concussive Shell, lots of Hellions, Medevac, Viking to push away the Overlords. The Viking makes a lot of sense here.
Well, especially with the build, you know, this is probably not what the Zerg's expecting at all.
No. How could he expect it? What is it? I mean, obviously he's going to go Battlecruiser, right? So is it... Wait a minute. Okay, I think I have an idea of what this might be, Tasteless. I think you save the Marauders in the Medevac, and you have the Hellions. Oh God, he's going to go right now. I was going to say you could meet up with the Fusion, with the BC and like just stop the Queens from kiting with the concussive, but I guess that's not what we're going to see here. Just walking right in, taking out some of these creep tumors. Oh my God, goes right up into this natural. Oh, jeez.
These Marauders seem a little bit isolated.
Medevac way far back there. Not really bringing that forward.
Yeah, this Medevac needs to heal this army. What am I seeing here?
Yeah, he's not doing anything with it. Like, if you bring it close, the Queens will probably target it, but feels like you should have brought it close a little bit earlier. Now, I think that this was not a huge deal on either side.
Now he starts an armory?
And he has a Fusion Core and he hasn't done anything with it.
Did he make that by mistake? Was that supposed to be an armory?
You know what, Tasteless?
I think it was.
It was. Which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
because
okay.
That's why we're talking like, what is this? you know, like what possibly is this? So yeah, I think you're right. He probably just has Fusion Core and Armory on buttons next to each other and he misclicked it.
Yeah, okay.
So instead of having Hellbats there, he just had
Instead
Hellions.
of us trying to understand, you know, he'll warp the Battlecruiser in there up at the front with
the
push.
Well, I was trying to come up with something where like the Queens now can't kite the Battlecruiser because you dropped the Marauders, but of course you had to have the Hellions to protect the Marauders from the Lings. And I'm like, wow, this is really weird.
So not only did he mess the build up, but he also executed it poorly, even without the ability to turn them into Hellbats. It wasn't healing the Marauders with the Medevac.
Swamp Thing brain.
Swamp Thing brain?
Yeah.
I never read Swamp Thing. Did he have a bad brain?
Well, I mean, isn't he just muck from a swamp? He seems to me to just be stupid. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember, honestly. I saw Swamp Thing as like a kid.
It didn't have like a live action version of that when we were kids?
Well, there's a movie.
Okay, here comes the Hellbat coming in here. Yeah. He's like, at least let give me the satisfaction.
Well,
this game, I feel like, is almost over, man. This is so bad right now. Keep in mind, he's been making Hellions and Marauders the whole time. He just lost everything in that attack.
Yeah. He's down in workers.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
DRG is going to end this.
I think so. This was...
tragic
it's
way
a
to
huge,
go down.
A huge mistake. Just getting the wrong building.
All right. He's just going to spill right in here. Get right on top of that depot so it can't close.
Oh man, a lot of going down. This is game. Carry is dead.
Yeah. Wow, we don't see people mess up this badly in GSL, but
just completely the wrong building.
Yeah, I mean it's just. Yeah, I mean I guess we're going to get quite a range of types of games here. 32 workers have already been killed off, and
yeah, that's
Pure is looking very defeated right now.
Like I guess he can go do a counterattack, but that's it. There's really nothing left for him here.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's not much to this for DRG, you know?
Yeah.
He just got his economy to where he needed it to be. He's on his 4 bases. He can make Lings, plus 1 attack.
75 workers, and he's got 1-1, so... And Baneling speed already. If he just makes a ton of Ling Bane, he's going to be fine and win this game.
So...
That army is so small.
Yeah.
There's very little that will be 8 minutes into a game.
I wish there was more I could say right now about like what Terran might want to try to do, but first of all, you got to remember that besides getting the wrong building, he also then tried to just do the attack again later when we were basically way past the point where this even made any sense.
Yeah.
And because it was only Hellions and Marauders, the army that we're seeing Terran work with now, there's a reason why it's so small. He wasn't producing any of the stuff. The stuff that actually you need to have all the way through the game.
Well, here comes the final attack here from Pure. He's on 50 supply right now. He hasn't been producing workers, so he's just really maximizing his army. See what he can get done. Pushing up here into this fourth. Ling Bane coming around for a flank. Coming from two sides now.
Yeah, big surround here.
Huge hits on the Banelings. And in fact, the Banelings do terribly,
and
but
they
he
still
wins
murder.
easily. That was
It's
about
hard to
as
watch.
bad as DRG could have done there, and he still just smashes
he
it.
has so many Banelings. We're watching Cure now. It looks like he's going to try to will his way down to the third base.
Yeah, he's still not making SCVs. He's on 29 workers this entire time. Not entirely sure why we're still in here.
Okay, there we go. End it.
All right.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah, that was a very fast TDZ series.
Yeah. Well, we never really got to the kind of long games we were supposed to have here. And ultimately, DRG comes out on top. Big victory there. Even with Cure doing that cheese in that first game, getting his quick command center builds off right away. He wasn't able to make the quick command center builds work.
Yeah.
Which, again, seem to be so strong right now. But
well, he had very teched out versions of them, and both of them he had executional errors.
Sure.
But C-Chanks being too close to the wall was certainly one in game number 2, and then this last one, making a fusion core instead of an armory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... When that happens, you just shake your head. I mean, it happens to everyone sometimes where, like, either a building doesn't make or it's the wrong building.
All right, guys, up next, Maru versus Creator for our next best of 3.